Today we have a 2004 Ford Escape. We'll be replacing the window regulator on the rear driver's side. So we're now on the rear driver's side door here. First couple things we're going to do is with a little flathead, remove this here to expose the little Phillip head screw right here. Once you remove that, we're going to remove two Phillip head screws, one here and one here. So let's go ahead and get those out. Now, once you remove those Phillip head screws, go ahead and remove this port here. Just kind of work around it like so. And now we're going to start working our way around the panel and getting it off the door. Did forget to mention you will need to remove this part of the panel as well. It's just held in with some clips, so just kind of pry it out with a pry tool and just pull it out. Then you can free this up. Be sure to also unplug this when you remove the panel. Now that I have the door panel out the way, I'm going to use a Phillip head and remove this out of my way, and then just pull back on this cover to expose the inside. So now with the 10mm socket, I'm first going to pull this window up a little bit, move these two 10mm on holding the window in place, and then just pushing the window up and holding it up there, prying it to the door to hold it in place. And then we're going to remove the regulator, which is going to be held in with some 10mm nuts, one here, and I believe these 3 bolts here holding the motor to it. So we're going to go ahead and get this out the way and then get the regulator out. So I actually just looked at my part and realized that a motor came with it. So what we're going to do now is actually just remove the 5 bolts. I thought they were bolts, but I guess these are nuts holding the motor in place. That's what it seems like here. So we'll see. There's going to be 5. These 2 holding the regulator, 1, 2, and these 3 holding the motor. So let's go ahead and get that out, and then we're going to pull it out. So I've got my old regulator removed and motor removed here. So my old motor actually uses 3 bolts to hold it in place. My new one does not, so I'm going to have to use some new nuts and nuts here and washers to hold it in. So now that I have this old one removed, I'm going to go ahead and pop the new one in place, sliding it through here and lining it up through the holes, and then getting it locked in place. So now that my new regulator and motor are in, plugged her up, went ahead and brought the window back down a little bit, lined them up with the holes here, and now we're going to bolt it down. Once I do that, I'm just going to plug it into the window control switch there and just make sure it works before we close everything up. So we're just going to quickly check and see if this window works. Just plugged her up here. So let's see. Looking so far so good. Alright, so let's get this door back on. I'm going to unplug this and then reinstall the door panel. Now before you snap the door panel back on, be sure to put this bracket on with the Phillip head. So now that I've done so, I'm going to line everything up and snap everything back in place, and then we're going to screw everything back down. So we've got everything snapped back in. I'm going to go ahead and slide this back in here, like so. And then we're going to screw everything back down with those Phillip head screws, and we'll be done. So we have everything reinstalled, window is working now, and we're all done. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, more videos to come.